Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and shout.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Right now, baby. Come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
We back. I mean, some of us back. Some of us back. You know, shout out to Preach. He's so mad he couldn't even be on the show today, man. Preach he's having a whole, a little situation. We got make sure if anybody watching, any fans, anybody follow him, so he's not even on social media. But you can find a way to reach out to Preach, make sure he okay.
Yeah.
I know he's definitely stressing. So hopefully he be on next week. So hopefully we win and we'll be on next week and we'll see.
Yo, don't let Preach lie to y'all. He on social media.
You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Okay.
He definitely got some Finstas. He definitely Finsta King and all that. But
Yeah.
but besides that, he definitely stressing out over there. But we got our typical guys here as well. We got Matty Ice. Man, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I'm happy to be here, ready to pod. Happy to have our special guest in the building. It's good. It's a good time.
And we're going to get there. We're definitely going to get there. We got Mike D from the D pause. I don't know. That sounded kind of crazy. But Mike D, what's good, Mike? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm in a weird place because a lot of what's going on, I kind of predicted, whether it was this year, last year, with how the team was going. And last year it didn't really come to fruition. This year, I think it kind of is wearing its ugly head. But I'm still positive that the Bills will be all right.
Never wrong, just early.
Exactly.
Never wrong, just early.
Exactly. There you go, right? I like that.
That's good. And we got has it been 5 years? Has you been here ever?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we got some guys that we always go to, and Striker might be the first, and you might be our first guest, or maybe our most popular guest. I don't know. I'm not sure. But we definitely always Striker is the name, that just stuck with us for so long. So we are grateful that you decided to always, for the last 5 years or so, come on the show. And definitely this show, or not 5, but every year we play the Steelers. You're the guy that we definitely call. So definitely Striker, happy that you're here. How you doing, man?
I am doing well, man. I'm really happy to see you, Rad, Matt, Mike D, man. I'm sorry that Preach isn't here too. I know Preach pretty well from the shows we've been on. And I appreciate the neighbors to the north having me back on the show again. Even though we're not the same fans of the same team, we seem to be experiencing similar seasons this year in the fact that we both started, I know you started a little slower than we did. We started very hot.
Yeah.
Then we started crashing. And I know we'll get into it a little bit more, but just on the introduction, it's still great to be back on the show. And there's nobody else I'd rather jump through a table with than you guys. So thank you.
See, that's why you good. That's why we keep bringing you back. You know what to say. You know what to say about to the Bills Mafia. Man.
Oh, they're my favorite, the second favorite team. When the Steelers are out, I'm rooting Bills all the way. You guys know that. You guys supplied me with a shirt.
Yeah, that's dope.
So I got something to wear when my team's out.
Hey, if you need any merch, we gonna get there. But
I got one right here. I told you, man.
Yo, Striker.
It's respect to you guys. I mean, you guys have always been good to me. I mean, I told you, I like the Bills.
I knew I liked you. I knew we had every time I'm like, we got to get Striker, man. I knew you. I know.
Yeah.
Well, you hooked me up the hoodie. I'll start repping that one.
All right, bet.
They last.
Yeah.
Before we get into it, definitely shout out to Buffalo fan base, man, for giving us one of these platforms to be on. 26 shirts. Shout out to them as well. But we got our own presenting sponsor, Matt. Please let the people know who presents to us every week.
Yes, sir. This episode and every other episode is brought to you by the good folks at AOG Cigar Lounge. AOG Cigar Lounge, located at 3495 Delaware Avenue, is the premier cigar lounge in Western New York. AOG has a welcoming atmosphere to all levels of cigar smoker. They also have an amazing selection of your favorite cigars and a massive selection of drinks to pair with them. They have bucket specials, whiskey and bourbon, tequila flight specials if you want to try, new things you've never tried, and some awesome cigars. Stop in today, get some work done, catch up with friends, catch a game. Bills game will be on Sunday. Definitely go check out AOG Lounge today and find out, why they have a great atmosphere for anybody who wants to go in there and have a good time. Also, too, we're getting to that time of the year. It's holiday season. They got a lot of Black Friday deals going on at not only AOG, but Art of Glass Smoke Shop. They have a promo going on for buy one, get one free, all glass. They have a ton of humidor deals. They're doing different things daily. So definitely stop in and check those guys out. I will be there this weekend to watch my Ohio State Buckeyes smoke Mike's Michigan Wolverines.
Big one today. It's a big one.
Yep.
It's a big one this week. Yeah.
So if anybody wants to come out, we'll have a I'm gonna do some tequila. Maybe we'll have a drink together, have a cigar, and watch Ohio State beat Michigan.
About to be 5 in a row. About to be 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Oh man, what y'all got? I mean, because Mike is a residential Detroit. He definitely went alum of U of M. So he's more than that. So he really bleed. He have you been to the big house yet?
Yeah, man. I told Matt to pull up on one of these years before we can go, but he hasn't came yet. So
yeah, no, we'll make it happen.
I'm sure it's gonna happen at some point. At some point it's gonna happen. All right, shout out to AOG. Also go if you're looking for merch. Striker saw Striker got his on. If you're looking for merch, overduebillspod.com. Shout out to Mills. Shout out Mills. Yeah, shout out to Mills. I definitely was going there. Shout out to Mills. He's our, I guess, editor. Not editor. What does he call it? What do you call it?
Tech guy, I guess. Tech guy.
Yeah, tech guy.
General manager.
Yeah. Shout
out to that.
Shout out to Mills with the revamp, man. With the rebrand. Definitely go check out the website. Tell us how y'all like it. Mills did his thing. If you need merch, go there for that for sure. Also, YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to you. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers on YouTube by the end of this season for sure. So definitely help us do that. And also Striker, you got something you want people to shout out before we start the show?
Well, yeah, you got my my tag is at SN Striker for Steeler Nerd Striker. I haven't been posting much this year, but I have had the opportunity at least to travel internationally to the Ireland game this year.
Ooh,
insane.
Wow.
Absolutely insane. I've been to a Super Bowl before. Going to an international game, if you ever are fortunate enough to play in this one, I cannot say how incredible of a job that that Ireland did this year to make sure that they had such a great experience. Everywhere you looked, they took over the whole city. The Steelers took over the whole city. They had a lot of both purple merchandise for the Minnesota team and for the Steelers, the black and gold, on every single shop and bar and clothing store and retailer. They went nuts. And it was all over the city. It's like you were going to an actual Super Bowl. But the cool thing was you didn't have the stakes of a Super Bowl. So
yeah.
The fans had a great time. I mean, I was sitting next to a ton of Minnesota Viking fans. Great fans.
Awesome.
Had a great time with those guys as well. And, fortunately the Steelers found a way to win that game and hang on there at the end. And it was just made for a great opportunity for Steeler fans to travel internationally, being a representative of Ireland or being assigned Ireland as one of their international teams and being able to win their first game ever played regular season in Croke Park is just a huge feather in the cap or shamrock in the cap there for Steeler fans to be able to continue. But that's my big thing that's going. But still, if you want to keep following me, obviously at SN Striker, I know I'm on TikTok and I'm on what is it?
Instagram?
X now? Instagram.
You can say Twitter, man. We can say Twitter.
Right.
It's all right. We don't gotta do that. Yeah.
So if you want to pop on there and add me, that's cool. And like I said, love talking with you guys.
I would say this before you get started, Rad. The very first time we had Striker on, I sent the YouTube video to my cousin. He's a big Steelers fan. And he's watching it. He's like, man, this guy, he knows exactly what he's talking about the Steelers. I feel the exact same way. He called me after. He was like, wait, was that a Striker? I was like, yeah. He said, I watch him on YouTube all the time. I did not know that was him. I got so much credit for us having you on the podcast. He was really impressed by us having you on. So Shout out to you for giving me some brownie points with the family.
Well, thank you for helping to expand my at least knowledge of football and the Steelers to your fan base as well, and I appreciate that too.
Of course,
for sure. And last thing before we start, all the people that's watching, comment. Shout out to Herb. What's good, bro? I'm happy to be back. So anybody comment. We interactive. We want to talk to. We gonna leave a second comment down there. Shout out to Herb. You know what it is. But all anybody watching, we here to interact with y'all, interact with the fans. We gonna answer questions, go answer comments. So leave them on there. So, but let's go. The first one. Quick question of the day. Anybody, y'all can answer. When was the last time a Bills quarterback got sacked 8 times, and who was the quarterback? When was the last time the Bills quarterback got sacked 8 times?
I have a guess, but I don't know the year.
The quarterback. Yeah, take a guess.
I think it was Matt Reich in the 90s. That would be my guess.
Okay. Any other guesses?
I can see Fitz getting sacked 8 times, but I don't know if he did. I can see Trent Edwards getting sacked 8 times. I'm gonna go Trent Edwards. Trent Edwards. Yep.
You know what? I feel like those guys had some better O lines. You know what I mean? We were more of a running team back then. That was kind of our identity. So I don't know. I don't know if I give it that, but I'm gonna say Flutie. I'm gonna say Flutie got sacked 8 times.
I like the Flutie.
Crazy those mobile quarterbacks on the ground.
Yeah.
Final answers. All good?
Yep.
All right. The answer is, based on my research, is that it's never happened before.
No.
We all win. Josh Allen.
Based on my research, this is the first time it's ever happened.
Josh Allen.
Wow. And it is Josh. Wow. Wow.
Shout out to Herb. Look at he already know. He said on Thursday it was Josh Allen. That's it. The answer is Josh Allen. It has never happened before until last Thursday. So a crazy stat, a bad stat we don't want to continue. But that was the game last week. It was just a sack fest. And
if I'm Josh Allen, I'm canceling Christmas this year for the O-line. I'm taking whatever he was going to get back. Whatever he was going to get, take it back.
Yeah, the scooters, the motor scooters.
After watching the Deion Dawkins, just complete give up, he just watched it. It's like you're supposed to be the protector of the year. You're in the running for that award, and that just didn't. I think that lost him that award. That one highlight right there. That was a sad display for the O-line for sure.
But I don't want to take any of the onus off Josh. Like he looked like last year Caleb Williams to me with some of those sacks he was trying to escape. It's like, dude, it was like put the little music behind it. Like you look so silly. Like, bro, throw the ball away. Like, what are you doing? Throw the ball away. So some of those are definitely on Josh.
But you've got to state too that Josh is essentially like the closest thing I've ever seen to Ben Roethlisberger. And the guy is a playmaker, and he's looking to make those plays to get your guys back in the game. I mean, that's the way he feels. He has to carry your team sometimes if the team is not performing up to the standards. And even though he's making some mistakes, he feels that he has to make up for it. And that's what a great player does. And I know he probably wouldn't blame anybody on that offensive line for his sacks. He'd be pointing the finger at himself because that's the type of guy Josh Allen is. But that's at least a reason those types of quarterbacks are going to have a bad game like that every once in a while, just because they want to try so hard to put the entire team on their shoulders to get their team to win.
No, that's a fact. I think that's, I think a lot of that is what he's done. So let's get straight to it. Let's get straight to it. I was going to have a game review, but it happened Thursday. So let's get straight to Blame Pie. I want to get straight to Blame Pie. There's a lot of, if you on Bills Twitter, if you're a part of the community, the Bills Mafia Twitter, you hear a lot of different things, man. There's a lot of different things. A lot of different energy is going for Bean, for McDermott, for the O-line, for everybody. Everybody got getting smoke on there. A lot of, so let's go to Blame Pie. We're going to start with you, Matt. Blame Pie, who do you blame for this loss? And how is it looking for you?
I'm gonna do a 50-50. I'm gonna go, the offensive line definitely, or I take that back. I'll do 50% McDermott, and then I'll do 50%. It's not really blame pie. It's the Houston Texans defense. It was just one of the most dominant performances I've seen from a defense. They had 12 tackles for a loss, 8 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions. They were just getting after it all day long, and they absolutely put us on ice. When our defense in the second half made great adjustments, the Texans offense, who shouldn't have done anything, was essentially non-existent, and that gave us a chance to get back in a game where we had to fight tooth and nail to try to get back in that game. Now the other 50% on McDermott is end of the game decisions. I think, the end of the game, we had a chance there on that 4th and 1. We're down 5, I believe, at that point. And he chose to go for it on 4th and 1. That's got to be the point where, okay, Joe Brady, we're either running a tush push with Josh Allen. If we're not running that, then I'm kicking a field goal here, because I need the guaranteed play to happen right now to keep this drive alive, or my defense is playing so well, I'll kick a field goal. We got 4 minutes left. We're going to get the ball back and have a chance to go down and win the game, because that's just the type of game it's going to be. Like in golf, take your medicine. We're going to get the 3. We're not scoring here. We haven't been able to score much all game. I don't know. I'm throwing a lot of that on McDermott too. And I understand the flow of the game, but we weren't putting it in the end zone, so I can't say that we were going to even score there if we picked up that 4th and 1.
How far was the kick? Do you remember?
We were on the 28, so it was only a it was a regular,
it's very
normal kick. Very makeable. Absolutely.
I know
he did miss.
I know he missed the extra point.
Missed the extra point. That that type of thing. Obviously, you can't blame. But hey, Matt Prater's done that this year too. He missed an extra point, came back and kicked a game-winning field goal in the same game. So I can't really, it is what it is. You pay those guys to make those kicks. You put them in a position to make those kicks, and hey, you deal with it if he misses. But I don't think that's a bad decision, kicking that field goal, or you go with a stretch run play on 4th and 1 against a defense who's been shutting you down all day.
All right, so your 50% was McDermott. Who was the other one?
It wasn't really a blame pie. It was just the Texas defense being so good.
Okay. All right, bet. Mike. Oh, you got something?
I'll answer after Mike. I mean,
okay,
yeah. But I've got one too.
Yep.
No, go ahead, Striker.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously the biggest elephant in the room is the one that we were talking about. He had 6 touchdowns the week prior. This past week, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 8 sacks. I mean, a lot of the finger pointing would go to Josh Allen in that situation, and he wanted to be one to admit that also, since he takes such responsibility with it being the leader of your team. But another one I wanted to mention is on the defensive side is where the hell has Joey Bosa been? Okay. You need him to stand up in certain moments, especially when your team is struggling, to make those types of plays. Now, I will, even though it's a bit of a blame pie here, I'm going to be giving him a little bit of credit for this week, because if you guys ever want to see Joey Bosa have a great game, Steelers are going without their starting left tackle this upcoming game. I honestly think he will be getting a sack, if not 2 this week, since Jones is not going to be playing a left tackle for the Steelers this week.
Okay. I like that. I like that Joey Bosa call. Mike, what you got? What you got?
Yeah, we got 0 pressure on Davis Mills. I'm not gonna blame the defense too much though, just because we gave up 23. But I will get back to the defense in a little bit. But I'm starting with a big percentage for Joe Brady. I know it was funny. D'Amico Ryan, I think, was on a podcast, and he was asked about the defensive scheme, and he said, normally we see a lot of 7-man fronts. A lot of chips. He said we didn't get any of that versus the Bills.
Nope. 5.
And he said he was just so surprised by that. And Brady was asked about it, and he was like, "Hey, sometimes we did have loaded front, and we still got beat." So I understand that. But regardless, but still, like, that doesn't mean you don't do it. At some point, you just say, "Hey, if they're going to beat us, they're going to beat us with us throwing everything in the kitchen sink at them." So I'm giving some of that for Brady, just for the scheme, and then just the lack of a real passing game. I know last week against the Bucks, I said he called Dabo because we were going downfield, But clearly, the Bucks is just the worst team on defense because Devontae Adams did whatever he wanted in the first half. They had 31 points in the first half against the Bucks. So the Bucks.
Well, that might be the best team in football, though.
Yeah, true. But the Bucks corner number 27, he was a cone out there. It was so bad to watch. So I'm giving some to Brady. I'm giving some to Josh. I'm not really giving any to Allen. Bean is going to get some for the wide receivers he put out there with Gabe Davis. I know Gabe is back. We like Gabe, but come on. Elijah Moore. Samuel was always hurt. Palmer, he get 2 catches a game. It's like, what is going on with these wide receivers that we have out there? And lastly, I'm going to blame momentum. We like to talk about momentum.
Okay.
And how important it is. And I thought after we ran back the kick return, the momentum was on our side. But clearly the Texans didn't get the memo because they went right down the field and scored with Davis Mills. It left 5 seconds on the clock. So shout out to momentum and how important that plays in football games.
And I will state one more blame pie.
Yep, you got it.
Is playing on a short damn week and Thursdays in this league just absolutely is not fun for fans. There have been more upsets this year on short weeks because teams aren't healthy. They're not in their full structure. They're not ready to play. It's horrible for the sport. Sure, something to do on Thursdays, but man, I am not a fan of the way Thursday games are. In our turnaround, we had our worst game of the year when we played the Cincinnati Bengals. When we started off, I think 4-1, we went into Cincinnati on the short week and just laid an absolute egg, kind of like what you guys did here on this short week. And it's just not good for good football teams that need that week to prepare, get healthy, and especially since the Steelers always seem to have a bye before week 6 every damn year. So anytime they get a Thursday game like after week 8, we're like, oh, we're probably losing that one. And I think they just showed the stat. I think Tomlin is 1-9 or 1-8 against divisional opponents on Thursday nights.
Wow.
Which is just a 6 stat, considering he has an incredible stat for primetime games outside of Thursday nights and playing different teams on Thursday nights. But just against the division, that's not the way you want to be. And that's what they tend to do for Thursday night games. They tend to be divisional games, even though you guys played Houston. They do tend to be divisional games.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say this, Striker, you did bring in the middle of the game. I was like, man, how many people was just falling? It was like everybody was getting hurt.
Right.
So I definitely think like, man, this Thursday game sucks for us because if we play this game maybe a Saturday, maybe turn out a little different, but it don't matter. Thursday games is how it is. But I'm on the show. I gotta call it how I see it. For me, blame pie 100%, Josh Allen. 100% for me is Josh Allen. This is why. Short week. Some games are can we not skirt past, but like, can we do enough to win this game? Right? Because obviously, Josh, you want your number. I don't know. This is me projecting now. Josh, you want your numbers. You want to be the Superman. You want to be the reason we win. Got it. You've been that for years, so it's hard for me to tell you not be. But that's a game if you shrink yourself, for me, if it makes sense to me, if you shrink yourself a little bit and just take what you got, not negative plays, field position, that type of win, like abandoned stats. Who cares if I throw for 0 yards today? I just want to win. I just don't want to put my team in bad positions. I want to take an 8 sack. I'm not going to put all the sacks on him. I'm going to put half and half, 5-3, lean towards Josh to me. Maybe 6-2. I don't know. I got to look back at it again. But what I was seeing was a lot of holding on the ball for Josh. And it was some good defense with some blitzes. And I mean, they got a real good front. So I'm never taking nothing from Houston. But Josh could have played better. I think MVP level, or not even MVP level, because I don't think I think he's playing maybe a few notches down from that. I would say just good to great Josh win that game. To me, I just thought he held the ball all along and he didn't do any favors for the OC in that game. Because I thought in the fourth quarter, Joe Brady showed up. I thought the Shakir play, both of the Shakir plays, like people were wide open in the fourth quarter on that last drive, 100%. People were wide open, running wide open, and I thought, somewhat through that game, I thought Joe Brady lost not confidence, but that 4 straight run drives when that James Cook 4 for 1.
Yeah.
That was on some Josh. I don't trust you to make the best decision right now, so I'm gonna hand it to James Cook. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I felt because any other game, Josh is in shotgun doing something, or it's a tush push, or it's something of that nature. That 5-4 straight runs to James Cook just showed me like, Josh don't have it today. Now I'm not saying Joe Brady is on some Josh, you're not good. No, I just felt like he was like, Josh don't have it today. What's something else I can do? So that's how I felt. I felt like Josh didn't have it. Now, do I feel like Josh gonna stay like that? No, he's gonna play better. He's gonna play MVP level. But I do believe Josh had a slight regression in some of the things he did in that game. It looked like shout out to Herb. He said Josh looked like rookie year Josh. You called him Caleb Williams last year, Mike. So some of that, I think he was just frazzled in the pocket. Now, Houston was great. But Josh is good. Like, you're great. You're the MVP. Like, it's not like, this is the first great defense I ever played, bro. You played great defenses before. So I thought Josh could have been better and we would have won that game. Now, other people, other things didn't go great either. But I thought if our quarterback MVP, the guy I'm not talking about her like high end type of stuff. I'm talking about just better than he was Thursday. I think we win that game. So for me, I know. I mean, it's a lot. I know a lot of fans not gonna like it. I put a lot of that on Josh Allen. I thought Joe Brady had a great game call for me. Just how I see the game of football played, I liked it. But Josh didn't execute the game call for me.
A lot of the people that break down the film, the R22, they talked about how predictable the Bills' offense is right now. Where if it's all we do is run mesh, all we do is run duos. It's the same 3 plays over and over and over again. Then even on like the last drive, the game on the line, we run a mess for Dawson Knox, and it's like, is this what the Bills' offense has become? Like, we're going to Dawson Knox on the biggest play of the game. Granted,
he was wide open.
Granted, I understand he was open. I get that, but I'm just like, come on, dog. We used to have Stephon Diggs.
Like, what? Like, but why do that matter?
I'm just saying,
Josh Allen, throw it to the open guy. Is that simple? And is that simple? No.
I think that's where Josh Allen's head is. That he just showed like, and I've been saying this for a while, that if you don't give Josh Allen those plays that he wants to do, he'll do your check downs all day. But if you don't have any plays designed for him to make a big play, then he's going to start reaching for it. And when Josh starts reaching for those big plays, that's where you see a lot of issues happen. So that's why I'm like, hey, Brady, you got to give Josh something to keep him interested in the game. And just those swing orbit motions to Shakir doesn't always do it. If it's working, I think Josh is okay. But when it is not working, that's where Josh gets into trouble.
Let me say this. Shout out to, I don't know, A2, how did you say that? Atul Dove Sony. He said he's a huge fan. Shout out to you, man. We definitely watching. We definitely putting you up on here. So keep commenting. Thank you for that.
Appreciate that.
I definitely understand what you're saying. I agree with you, Mike. But I just want him to. But it's some games where it's like, can we just leave that? Can we leave that in our? Can we leave that in the? We golfers. Can you leave the driver in there? Can you some games gonna have to leave the driver in the bag.
That's a fact.
You're going to have to leave the driver in the bag sometimes, Josh. And this is the game you left the driver in the bag. And he tried to bring the driver out, trying to get that big play or holding the ball on too long to something to develop. And I felt like if he's just, I don't know. I can say shrink himself, but he just
lay up.
Yeah, just give him trust your OC. Just trust your OC. That's what I'm saying. Trust the OC. Yep. And I don't feel like it's maybe not a disconnect, but I don't think Josh necessarily trusted him just to get the ball out. That's how I see it.
And still, with all of those mistakes, it's only a 4-point loss. I mean, how many other teams in the league could have 8 sacks on the quarterback with 2 interceptions, no touchdowns, and only lose the game by 4 points when the other team didn't turn the ball over?
Yep.
Like, you've got a good team. I mean, you're in every game. You've got the guy, Josh Allen, still, he's going to keep you guys in every game.
Right.
So there's still some, is he the 6 touchdown guy, or is he the no touchdown, 2 interception, 8 sack guy? I think he's closer to being the 6 touchdown guy, asking a guy, outside your normal fan base with the way I watch your team.
Yeah. No, and shout out Bill Centric. I think Mike covered that the D'Amico Ryans interview. So
Yeah. We definitely
he definitely threw some blame pie at Brady for
like come on, man,
for his game plan that shocked D'Amico
yeah,
Ryans.
that's like you gonna have somebody just check Kobe Bryant 1-on-1. You're not gonna send some help. Like, come on, man. I will say this about Josh. Now I'm getting worried. Maybe 2-3 years ago, Brandon Bean said, if we down 4 with the ball with a minute left and Josh Allen has it, I like our chances to win. And like the last 2-3 years, when that scenario came up, we lose the game, whether it's the playoffs or this game right here, right? We got down to the 12-yard line, and we lost. Whether the Chiefs last year in the playoffs, the year before in the playoffs, just other games, we're not as clutch in those moments like you would see Brady, Manning, Rodgers for all those years. If they have the ball, the game is over. And for Josh right now in this Bills offense, I haven't seen that from them.
Okay. Blame pie. Anything else left? Blame pie or anything you want to talk about, Mike? Anything you want to talk about for this game before we move on to AFC to the Steelers matchup? Anything, Matt? You got anything left on this game you want to talk about?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
All right, man. Definitely a tough loss, but we're moving on. And of course, we got Striker on here because we moving on to the Steelers. Now, Mike, Matt, I didn't ask you. Do you know the injury report? Do you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Striker. His. Matt, do you know as far as our injury report? Anybody coming up lame or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean Spencer Brown still with the shoulder. Gonna be, and then Max Harrison's in the concussion protocol. The defense is searching for bodies right now. That's why we kind of got into the signings we made today. Terrell Bernard with the elbow. So we got some big pieces, that are probably going to be out on Sunday. But with that being said, we did sign Shaq Lawson today. We re-signed him today just for a body, and then signing that I think is what kept Preach off the podcast and Brandon.
That was the last straw. Yeah, that
was the tipping point for him. So we did sign Brandon Cooks to not to the practice squad, but to the active roster.
He's playing.
Yep. He's playing. Yep.
Yo, this Bills team would have been nice in 2017, man.
I hated the McCord Harmon pickup. This is a slight for me. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a slight better. Not a real. I'm not saying McCord Harmon wasn't a real receiver, but he's more of a real receiver.
Yeah.
And he's older. He's 32. I mean, it ain't too old. It ain't 35. I would be like 32 is like he got a 2 years left, maybe. So maybe we get something out of it.
Yep,
you got something to say, Mike, about the Brandon Cook signing before we go to Striker?
No, essentially, Jack Cook.
No, it's just Brandon Bean. We had Hail Mary time. That's all. That's it.
That's what Josh want to throw.
I'm normally team Bean, man. But after he's having a little bit of humble pie. From the beginning of the year, going after the guys on WGR and the fans for chastising his wide receiver decision, and now he's kind of swallowing his pride and bringing in some literal replacements. From the movie, not So he's definitely experiencing some humble pie, I think, for the first time in his tenure here for the Bills. And I don't know if I love it. They're killing him online.
Yes. Riker?
Well, since you guys are going over injuries, I'm sure your fan base would want to know how the Steelers' injury situation is looking, and I am up to date on that. Mike Tomlin did have his press conference today. He already ruled our starting left tackle, Broderick Jones, out, which I talked to you a little bit earlier in the show about. That's why I'm saying Joey Bosa may have a good game coming up for this week.
Hopefully we'll go to somebody.
Yeah, and another person on your team licking their chops, got to be Cooks, because Derek Harmon, our first-round draft pick at nose tackle, is out for the game, already ruled out. He's been the reason why the Steelers' run defense has been so much better here, because he got hurt early in the season when everybody's running over the Steelers like the first few weeks of the season. Then he came back in, kind of locked that down for the rest of the season. Now he's out. Don't know how long it's going to be. Since it just happened this past weekend to both Derek Harmon and to Broderick Jones. So we're going to probably get more as the week progresses. We've got a couple questionable situations just from the last game specifically. If anybody watched that game, you saw DK Metcalf limping all over the field. He came off and on quite a few times. He did finish the game. He's currently listed as questionable. Joey Porter Jr., our cornerback on right corner, also listed as questionable, came off and on in that game, was replaced by, I believe Slay came in for him in that situation. Alex Highsmith, our starting other side, outside linebacker opposite of TJ Watt. He's missed the previous couple games with a pec injury. Of course, we like the backup Nick Herbig there, so that's not really a huge loss.
I got real depth there.
Yes, but the elephant in the room is the one everybody's talking about last week. Is he going to play? Is he going to come back? Aaron Rodgers. He's got that simple fracture to his left wrist. Is it in a situation it looked like he was really trying to play against the Chicago Bears last week? They didn't rule him out until Saturday. So it was Aaron Rodgers is a competitor. He wants to play. He will get on the field.
Especially if this is last year, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So look to him. It's going to be interesting to see how the practice reps go. Obviously, he got no practice reps last week, but it kind of still hung on, still trying to carry it out. Had a couple there toward the end of the week, actually on Friday, but Saturday they're like, no, let's wait for another week. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes this week for the injured situation for the Steelers.
Yeah.
All right. So that's great. Definitely thank you guys for the injury report. So let's go straight to keys to success. I'm gonna ask them two striker, then I'm gonna ask you fires the Steelers goals. But let's go with you, Mike. Let's start with keys to success. How do the Bills take care of business against the Steelers this week?
So on defense or on offense, I'm worried about the O-line, worried about Spencer Brown. He's playing with one arm. And I know TJ just broke JJ's sack record with an insane sack on Caleb that led to a touchdown. And we, what was that? Maybe 2 years ago when we lost to the Steelers, like 16-13, and like Watt had like a safety, or he might have had a forced fumble for a touchdown in that game.
Yeah.
So that game. So we didn't see him wreck the Bills. We didn't see JJ Watt wreck the Bills. So if we can keep that D line in check, with whatever we need to do, whether it's some bringing the Ty Johnson in, the Chip, Jackson Hawes, really just keeping Josh upright. He got hit too many times. 20 hits, 28 pressures out of 35 dropbacks. Right now the O-line is under watch for me, so just keeping them out of the backfield. And then on defense, I don't know, man. Gainwell, right? We seen backs like Achane come out the back, catching the pass. Bijan, he's not those guys, obviously, but I mean, he had a great game, and fantasy,
him and Warren,
real life. What you say?
Him and Warren,
him and Warren. Both of them, they can both catch passes out the backfield. Both can break some runs. So really keeping those guys in check, especially with our linebackers being hurt. And Taron Johnson, I'm not sure what's going on with him. He's not playing great. Really keeping those running backs in check, I think, will be the keys to success.
I hear that, Matt.
Yeah, honestly, Mike kind of stole my thunder because I was going to go, off, on saying that we got to be able to stop the running backs out of the backfield. They have two backs that are really good receiving backs, and Terrell Bernard is usually our best, defensive linebacker there. And we really struggle with that. So I'm sure that, Pittsburgh is watching the film on that and kind of licking their chops, especially, if Rodgers plays, you're going to want him to, get rid of the ball pretty quick, especially with that wrist. You don't want to put him in a position where he's going to get hit and sacked, especially with the left tackle out. You're going to want some quick throws and things of that nature. So definitely be able to hold those guys down. And then, just, let Josh be upright enough to make those Josh type of plays and do his thing on Sunday.
Yeah, I agree. Before you go, striker, my keys for me is going to be tackling. I mean, I know that's obviously the key for maybe every team, but for me is definitely tackling because you said the quick passes. That's literally Aaron Rodgers' game. He get the ball out, maybe the fastest. I think he's even faster than Tua. I think he's the fastest quarterback to get the ball out. DK on these quick slants. He get the ball out to Gainwell, he get the ball out to Warren. Tight end, you got fire move. You got
Mount Washington.
Mount Washington, baby.
Mount Washington. I mean, what's the guy off Game of Thrones?
Oh, the Mountain.
Oh yeah.
Right.
He's literally that.
He
so I think we have to tackle, right? I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna get the ball to his playmakers, and we're gonna have to tackle. I mean, DK obviously he can break one. They got people that can break one. So I think the key to success for Bills on defense is definitely tackling. And obviously for me is James Cook is on offense. We gotta get the ball to him. He's a shout out to Herb. He said he don't understand why we're not doing everything we can to get him the ball. This has been my thing for the last 2, maybe 3 years. He's a 20 plus touch, not even a carry. He's a 20 plus touch back, passing, running, screens, whatever you got to do to get him the ball. I want whatever button it is, the James Cook button on the play sheet. I want to press that.
Yep.
I mean, I just saw Christian McCaffrey get 35 touches the other night. Now, I'm not saying James Cook need to do that, but he can get 27. I'm not, 28. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible that we can do that and the team can have success that way. And I think Josh would really be put in a better position if James Cook, Cook.
Yeah.
All right. So strikers, key success.
Rad. I'm going to talk about the Bills a little bit. You're 100%
okay.
right. Let James Cook, baby. I mean, he's already at 1,000 yards. He had a 100-yard game last week. He was the reason why they were still basically in that game with all the mistakes, still being able to control the football, limit the touches on the other side, even with the turnovers, and with the Steelers missing their starting nose. I mean, give him the rock, let him run it up the middle, and even let Josh Allen try to push it up the middle and a couple quick keepers and stuff. I think that's going to be some success there on the offensive side. Defensive side, I already alluded to it earlier. Bosa, he's got to have a big game. He's got to make himself seen a little bit there on the right-hand side, especially since the Steelers are – I'm not as confident at the backup, whether it's Spencer Anderson, whether it's somebody else that they throw in there. But I like Spencer Anderson better as our extra tackle. That's where he succeeds on this team, and that's where our team is the strongest. When you've got the extra tackle of Spencer Anderson and then Mount Washington also on those running plays. That is our big package, and it is tough to stop. Keys to the Steelers game, obviously on offense, don't turn the ball over. Steelers have lost every game they've lost a turnover battle this year.
Wow.
When they're winning games,
like the Bills.
And look at the games they have won this year. The Steelers have big grade A wins. We've beaten the Colts. We've beaten the Patriots. This team knows how to win these big games, but we have to get turnovers to do so, and we cannot be in the turnover deficit to even compete in this league. We're not as bad off as we were for the previous couple years where we just lose the turnover battle with those lesser quarterbacks. We definitely lost the game. Aaron Rodgers can make a little bit more plays, and I still do like Mason Rudolph in the way he can move this offense. He's kind of built for this play action offense. He's a little bit more pocket mobile than a lot of the quarterbacks we've had here in the past with the Russell Wilsons and things like that. Other than Fields, I did like Fields' pocket mobility, but he was more of a mobile quarterback than a pocket mobile quarterback. Defensive side, Steelers have to take the ball away, and we got to get pressure. They got 8 sacks last week. Can we get those numbers? Probably not. It doesn't happen 2 weeks in a row where you get sacked 8 times. And look at the stat you threw out at the beginning of the show.
Unless you're the Raiders.
Well, the Buffalo Bills are fortunately not the Raiders. And I can definitely see them, might the Steelers. But to tell you the truth, success from the Steelers side, 4 or 5 sacks is an exceptional game.
I mean, yes, it is.
If they're hitting those kind of numbers, this is going to be a close game. If they're getting some pressure, forcing some mistakes, because that defense cannot stop anything, it seems like, up the middle of the field. 3rd down and long is no problem for a quarterback like Josh Allen to be able to convert over the linebackers in front of the safeties, because we got quarterbacks that don't even know what they're doing in this league, doing it against our team week in and week out for some reason, when we spent so much money on this defense.
The most expensive one, right?
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, I've got the guys that I love. I absolutely love the Ramsey pickup. I think he brought in an intensity to this defense that we have not had in a long time. in the backfield
Agreed.
since we've lost Porter. Sure, like Fitzpatrick had a couple great seasons when he first started with our team, but after the 2 years, he really hasn't he hasn't done anything. No interceptions, no forced fumbles. He's just kind of standing back there. So I was glad for that trade. I was one of the few Steeler fans that was really happy for it, and it's already paid dividends because we've already gotten multiple turnovers out of Ramsey, including picking up some good personal foul calls, though he was the one that got shafted on the personal foul for getting spit on. When they didn't kick Chase out of the game too. But good to see Chase finally admit that he did it. I do love watching Chase. I think Chase is the best receiver in the NFL, hands down. Like I don't see a better route runner and a better
George Pickens might have something to say about that.
Hey, Pickens is good, but he doesn't have it in the head. You still watch George Pickens. Every game he's going to make a play that hurts his team, whether he's getting a personal foul, whether he's doing something dumb, tackling somebody out of bounds or after the play or slapping somebody. The guy just does not have it between the ears. But he's a phenomenal talent, and I agree with you on that. That's why the Steelers got rid of him. He's a little happier. He's a little happier now. He's doing everything he wants. He's a little happier now. Well, now that he's getting the lead in the league, I think in touchdowns this season, he's up there too for total yardage. He had a great game too again to beat, and they beat the Eagles, so that's a big win and a feather in his cap too. More power to him, but he's going to melt down. I mean, hell, he already missed the first half of the game 2 games ago because. I think it was the Raiders game, actually, 2 games ago, because he and CeeDee Lamb went out to the casino the day of the game. Like, we're going to hit the casino before we go out. It's like, we're not playing a half.
Striker, you can't stop a heater, man. You can't stop a heater.
Yeah, we got some friends like that got it. You know what I mean? They got to figure it out.
I honestly hope he figures it out because the decline of Antonio Brown leaving our team is the biggest decline of any receiver I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And, right now he's still at a plateau of immaturity. I wouldn't say he's more immature or less immature than he has been for the Steelers. But I still see him making about one mistake a game that may cost them games and has cost them a game earlier in the season too.
I think the Cowboys was in hurry up and Pickens caught a pass and like they hustling to the line. Pickens over there celebrating. What are you doing? Let's go.
I hear what you're saying, Striker, but he a free agent.
He is
next year.
Oh, he is. That was only a 1-year contract.
I'm just saying.
He played himself into $30 million a year territory.
I'm not I don't know if we can pay him all that. I don't know if we can afford it, but if we could, we should definitely knock on the door and see who'd be interested. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
I just know the Steelers aren't paying for him next year.
Yeah, for sure. So this is the last question before we get to this contest. We got a contest. We got a winner, so we're gonna get to that. But my question: we're 7-4. I think y'all 6-5. Tied for the division. Are either one of us in a must win? Is this a must win for both of us? Right? Because you right now, you slipping from the division. Striker. Bills were 7th in the playoff race right now. We dropped to 7th. So which one of this, you could answer first, Striker, which one of these teams you feel like is more of a must win, if anyone?
Both. I mean, honestly, you're looking at it. You guys are chasing an 8-2 team right now.
9-2.
Or
10-2.
10-2. 10-2. Oh my
9
God.
straight.
Have we played that many games? My gosh. Yes, that is insane. And to be, looking in that situation against a New England team that has a quarterback not named Tom Brady, this is rarefied air when you guys have the reigning MVP. This is a big game for you. Oddly enough, for the Steelers, I mean, we are 6-5, but we only have 2 AFC losses on the season. Other 3 losses are NFC teams. Doesn't really hurt us in the final standings if we can start rolling over some AFC teams. Steelers can start jumping up in the rankings really quickly at the end of the season. But honestly, if the Steelers think that they have any semblance of being a playoff team, they have to show that they can beat somebody like the Buffalo Bills at home. And if they don't show it, I think this is going to be the Ravens division.
Got you. Mike, Matt, must win.
Right, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. Both for sure. I mean, obviously we're I was looking at it the other day. Obviously we're in a position that we haven't been in. We were in it a little bit last year. We need help. some help from the guys to have the potential to win the division. We need, the Patriots schedule doesn't look that strong. They obviously got to play us. They play Baltimore, and then that's really it.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
So that's kind of where we are. But right now, as it stands, we will lose that tiebreaker because of what Stryker just said. AFC wins,
right,
and division wins. We'll end up losing that. So we are in a must-win scenario where we got to stay in that playoff mix, the 5 through 7, and be able to potentially get a good matchup in the postseason.
Yeah, I don't think.
Same thing with them. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Matt.
No, it's in the same thing with the Steelers. They're in a must-win, because they're on the outside looking in right now, and they have to do everything they can.
So I don't think the Steelers are in the must-win only from this standpoint. Obviously, like, they win, they go to 7-5, we go to 7-5, and they jump us in tiebreakers for wild card. But if I'm Pittsburgh, I'm a Steelers fan. I'm looking at Baltimore at 6-5, we at 6-5, and you guys still play them twice.
Yep.
So even if you lose this game, if you just win the other games and beat the Steelers twice, you'll win the division. The Bills, we have so much ground to catch up to make if we want to catch the Steelers. I mean the Patriots. And if we lose one more game, it's over. Like, I think the Steelers might be able to clinch by like week 14, week 15 at this point. So we played them already. They beat us earlier. So we only get one more shot at them. So they got the Ravens, and that's it. After that, I think the schedule gets pretty weak. They don't have a lot of conference losses. I think just 2. We have 3. So we in really bad shape to win our division. In Pittsburgh, if you just beat the Ravens twice, you guys can win your division. Now, in terms of wild card, if you do end up in the wild card race, then this loss can hurt you. But right now, if I'm them, just go beat the Ravens like you normally do, even with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. You beat them with terrible quarterback. So just go there and beat the Ravens, and you guys will be fine.
For sure. I will say this. So the Bills, I would say 2 years ago, the Bills were 6-6 through 12. I think that's when Miami was scoring 50 a game.
Yep.
And they was leading the division. Now, I don't know. That Miami team, I would definitely say more explosive. I mean, 100%. I mean, Tyreek Hill, Waddle, Tua was throwing for 5,000 yards almost. They was going crazy. So now, is Drake May a better quarterback than that Tua? I don't know. Maybe this team is just more composed. Maybe Vrabel is more we just believe in that coaching staff and McDaniel and Vrabel to maybe hold the ship. But we'll see, right? You got to, in order to win a division, you got to go do it. You know what I'm saying? You got to go win. Like that game against Cincinnati, they did. Like, that is a tough win, and they had to win. Now let's see what the expectations of, are you going for the 1 seed? Let's see how that holds up over there with Drake May. Let's see. It looked like he's going to hold it down, but let's see him do it. And I think in the Bills, so is it a must win? Is it as close as it get to it? I believe, but I still want to see the Patriots go win that division. I still want to see it. I still got to see it happen. I still got to see Drake May win these games he's supposed to win. Right now, you're supposed to win these games. Now let's see how that flipped. Let's see how that worked.
It took an all-time bad loss by the Dolphins against the Will Levis Titans on a Thursday when it was up like 14 or something. And they with like 7 minutes to go, and they end up losing that game. I mean, all-time bad loss. It did take that for the Bills to even have a shot at the very last game of the year. So we'll see.
That's all we need.
Like yeah, but that's all you need.
That's all you need. We just seen that the Eagles just lose, just give up a game against the Cowboys, just
coming back at the end.
Right, so that's the NFL, really. Literally, the NFL is riddled with that. So it's possible. Now we'll see. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying it's a chance.
It's possible.
It just happened 2 years ago. And it just happened 2 years ago. It's recent history, right? Not even like 1955. 2023. It just happened.
It's the whole league too, Rad. That you're hit the nail on the head. We grew up watching Smash Mouth, Buffalo Bills football in the 90s, killing it on the ground with their great defenses and Bruce Smith and that leading the way. Same thing with the Steelers, man. We used to be slamming people, even just like a decade ago with Harrison and Polamalu, and now you cannot do that this year anymore. It's like you're not allowed to play defense and hit people. It's like you get a foul for hitting people hard. It's like it's a completely different game. It is made for the offense to be able to come back in these situations, and that's why we are getting incredible comebacks this season across the board. It's not just our teams. It's insane how it's playing out for a lot of the league, and it's just the way that the game has changed, and we have to kind of accept it.
And especially with that new kickoff. I mean,
what the hell is that?
If you mess up, the ball on the 50. Like it's like if any blink, it's like, oh, the ball on the 50. Like we need a field goal, the ball on the 50. Let's go. It's like, what is going on? So the NFL is definitely changed, and it's definitely catered to the offense. 100%.
Well, here's where you guys are going to kill the Steelers too, and just watch this. For some reason, when the Steelers get the ball on a kickoff, they are lucky to make the 20-yard line.
Really?
Lucky. It is insane how bad our kickoff teams are this year. And I don't know if it's just that we're using running backs back there instead of freaking receivers because we have no speed. But it is lucky if we're getting across the 20 and watching these guys running these balls out from inside. But every time we are on kick coverage, their team's always getting tackled at the 30. Like, we're not hitting them till the 25, 30-yard line. It's insane how, it is just watch the game and be like, Stryker was right. Why can't his team run the ball past the 20-yard line? And like we had another bone kickoff, hit the ground and hit the guy in the chest, and I think we fell down at the 4-yard line. The Caleb Johnson one is just an idiot. He just watched it go over his head, just like, and it's like, and I'm at the game on his corner screaming, "Get the ball! It's live!" I'm the only guy in the stands that even knew the ball was live and understood the new rules. Everybody always turns around and looks at me, and then they jump on the ball, and I go, "Fuck, touchdown!" And they're like, "What?" I was like, "They just scored a touchdown!" And then they say it on the team, and everybody's like, "Oh!" I'm like, "You don't know the rules."
Hold on, they're cheating. Right,
yeah, I'm loud when I go to the games. I am a season ticket holder, so I've been to every home game this year except for the one. I missed the which game did I miss? So I am missing the Buffalo game. I traded out my Buffalo game to get extra Indianapolis Colts tickets because that's my birthday game. I always try to get extra tickets for the birthday.
Oh, nice.
So unfortunately, I won't be there rooting against your Bills this week, but I'll be at home screaming at the TV set.
All right, along with everybody else, and hopefully the people that got in the contest is going to be screaming this week as well. So Matt, definitely link us in with the contest winner and let us know how to get in the contest for this week.
Yeah, so we had two winners this last week because we missed a week. So we had one winner won a 1-month membership to AOG and a bucket of beers upon receiving that gift.
So you really didn't miss nothing. You got a great gift.
Yeah, so that was Antonio Harrington. He won that. And then we had a gift certificate to Art of Glass Smoke Shop. Zach Kane won that.
Oh, shout out to Zach.
Yeah,
so 1.3 points, baby.
Yeah. 1.3. Yep.
He was sick. Sick.
Yep, no doubt. But yeah, so we're gonna run it back. We're gonna do another contest this week. Buffalo Bills against the Pittsburgh Steelers. AOG is giving away a gift certificate to Art of Glass Smoke Shop, $20 gift certificate. So you're gonna predict the score for the Buffalo Bills against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then as tiebreakers, if nobody gets a score, we have multiple, duplicate scores here. We're going to do tiebreakers of Josh Allen's passing yards and James Cook's rushing yards. Now, how to enter, you can we'll have this posted on our socials. You can put your submission on there. And actually, you can also put a submission on the website. We now have a form. You submit your prediction, and it gets sent right to our email. So shout out to Mills on that. OverdueBillsPod.com. Definitely check that out and get your submissions in.
Facts. Definitely shout out to AOG. Definitely. Hey, the only way you win it if you in it. And we giving out good price a month to the Cigar Lounge, and it's fire. You can't beat it. So and gift certificates. So definitely shout out to AOG for that. So we end every show with a score prediction, right? We say all this stuff now. We got to put. We can help some of the fans. You can take some of our answers if you want. You gonna win. Take some of our if you need it. So we're gonna start with you, Matt, first. Let's get a score prediction on the Bills versus the Steelers.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be a little harder game. I'm gonna go Bills 23, Steelers 13.
Okay, 23-13. Mike, you muted.
Hey,
Oh, Mike Freeze.
Oh man. All right.
It's all good.
He might come back in. You got it, Striker. You got it. Score prediction.
Brad, did you want to go before me, or you want me to go?
no, I'm here.
Oh, Mike back. Mike back.
Oh, Mike. All right, go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Striker, do you
Score
know what the
prediction.
weather's going to be on Sunday?
I think it's going to be decent. Let me look it up right now. Pittsburgh
Okay, yeah, let
weather.
me know.
I'll let you know the
41 degrees, chance of precipitation at 40%.
Ooh,
Okay.
For football weather.
Yep.
Football weather.
Yep. We're above freezing.
I'm worried, man. The Bills 2-3 on the road right now. Pittsburgh 4-2. So I don't know what's going on with us away. Obviously, at home we normally undefeated, but away we normally just as good. And right now, Falcons, Miami, Houston, and like they all those games look the same as Josh getting pressured, and whether it's the crowd with the noise, he's getting pressured, and our wide receivers aren't getting separation, and or Josh not hitting the open guys looking for the bigger play. So if Josh go out there and try to force plays, and we getting pressured, and Brandon Cook's not coming in to save the day, I think the Bills could be in some big trouble. I predicted 28-6 last week, and I was totally off. I'm worried about this Bills offense getting into the end zone. So I got a low one. I'm going to go 23 Buffalo, 17 Pittsburgh.
Okay. So it is -3.5 Bills, and then 46 the team 46.5 for the team total, which is
okay.
It's somewhat been lower on the lower side for a Bills game, but Striker, you got it. You can go.
Hey, you guys know you've had me on for many scores. I've said the Steelers are going to win. I said Buffalo is going to win, even in the playoff game. And every time I picked, I've been right.
Uh-oh.
I have been.
So you should have went last, huh?
So at least, because I knew when the Steelers were going to lose this week, I see a 26-21 game, but for the Buffalo Bills. I do not think the Steelers have enough of good interior play to be able to stop Cook. Now that we're talking about a little bit of a wetter game, you got to control that ball on the field. And Steelers were gashed without Harmon in the middle before the season. Against a talent like Cook, I am not excited to see that as a Steeler fan. That is a matchup I do not want to see. And that's where I think it's going to be the difference in the game. Take a little bit of that responsibility off of Josh Allen after a bad game, get him back into the flow, get him feeling it again, being able to ride Cook. I think that is your key to victory. And I think you guys will be cheering, even though you're not playing at home, you'll still be cheering in Pittsburgh for this game.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with a lot of what you're saying, Striker, because I definitely think it's a James Cook game. I think 20 plus touches for James Cook. I think he goes over 100 yards. I think he has a touchdown or two. I think Josh gets in the end zone too. I think the offense is a little better than what Mike is saying. I think it's a little better. I think the O-line plays better because they just was humiliated on national TV, and so they got to play better. I think they're going to play better. I think there's going to be emphasis for the offense as a whole to play better because I think the defense showed up. So I think the defense shows. I think it's not a shootout, but I think it's a little. I think both teams scores in the 20s, high 20s. No, I got Bills 30. I got Bills 30.
Yep.
I got Bills 30. I go 17, 30-17 Bills.
We got a waxing.
I mean, that's the two scores.
Steelers usually keep it within one, but I could see that happening.
Nothing crazy. 30-17 is very respectable, guys. Very
Oh
sad.
my God! What is Alabama versus Tennessee State?
I'll take that point spread on the bet.
13 points. It might be a little closer, maybe 30-20. Okay, 30-20.
I'll still take that point spread.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Bills are motivated. I think obviously hurt Aaron Rodgers. I think the Bills are motivated, and I think the Steelers are a good test for us. I think they probably we'll see. I mean they're gonna be fighting for the playoffs. They might get in. Let's see how the Ravens play. They probably get in. So it's gonna be definitely a good test for both teams. Anything else before we get out here, guys?
No, just thanks for getting on with us again, Strikers. Another good year. Happy to see the Steelers on the schedule every year, so you know that you're guaranteed to come back.
Awesome.
So it's awesome. Another year. Just should be a good game this week.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely. And thank you so much, guys, for having me back on the show. I'm always appreciative. I'm a fan of football first, and I'm a fan of fans of football, and I know you guys are very knowledgeable. Love your team, love the sport, and it's always awesome being on Overdue Bills.
Great. Also, last
Hall of Fame guest for sure.
Facts. I hyped you. I said you're our first one, our best one, our most popular. All of it. You guy, man.
What other opposing fan wears the Overdue Bills t-shirt on the show?
But everybody watching, please go hit subscribe on the YouTube channel. We're trying to grow it. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this season. Help us do that. Please hit that. You get all alerts when we go live. You get all our shirts. Get all our cuts, all our clips. So definitely do that for us. Also, overduebillspod.com. Overduebillspod.com is with your merch. You can enter the contest. You can go look out all the sweet stuff that Mills did. Shout out to Mills once again. Overduebillspod.com. Striker, you want to let people one more time before we get out of here?
Right here at SN Striker, Steeler Nerd Striker. I'm on the Tickety Talks. I'm on the Instagram. I'm on the Twitter, Instagram. What's the other one?
X,
TikTok.
Twitter.
Yeah, X. Yeah, that's it. So you can find me there.
Definitely. Just type in Strikers, type in Overdue Bills. Definitely. We end every show with a little hey. Striker, I'm gonna need you. I like your hey. I'm gonna need you. Let's go.
Only Buffalo's gonna win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and down.
We've seen why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.